The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School. KVIKS Media.
Aloha! You are looking live at the Hilo High Gymnasium for today's matchup between the Hilo High School Vikings and the Kamehameha Warriors. My name is Karnalu.
And my name is Jordan.
And we will be your commentators for this broadcast. Invite your friends and family to tune in at hilohigh.org/livesports. If you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, please like and share this video. Follow us online at Hilo High Athletics on Instagram and follow our broadcasting crew, KVIKS Media at KVIKS Media on Instagram.
We'll also like to thank you, YK Hawaiian Volcanic Water's Koku Initiative Program, for supporting KVIKS Media at this broadcast.
Mahalo.
You ready, Karnalu?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
What was your thoughts about the JV game?
The JV game. Well, we just finished broadcasting the JV game, so if you're interested in seeing that, please go to the Hilo High School YouTube if you want to go back to that and watch it yourself. It was a very impressive game. Looking over these highlights here, very head-to-head game. Both teams equally matched, keeping up the points with each other, but ultimately Hilo with the sweep of taking the 2 sets. And yeah, it was a very exciting game. What did you think?
There was a lot of energy.
There was a lot of energy.
It was really loud in here.
Yes, very exciting. A lot of tension.
Yeah.
And also their pace, keeping the ball up for so long. It was really exciting to see.
Very nerve-wracking.
Yes. And both Kamehameha and the Hilo High JV team really showed their power on both sides with their strong hits, And some of the strong hits, a little bit too strong, them getting it out. But still, it's really good to see that power. And it's going to be exciting how these girls go on to continue throughout the season.
Yeah. Looking at the JV and now coming up to Vars, it's probably going to become more competitive.
Yes.
Way more competitive.
As we get to see the growth of our Hilo High Viking girls, it's going to be fun to be on that journey.
And Jordan, why are you wearing red?
You might notice throughout tonight's game that we have some of the Vikings wearing red in support of Lahaina and Maui, bringing awareness to that situation. Very devastating, but keeping the hope up.
It's good seeing
really
schools participating in these kind of things.
Yeah, and all the islands really sticking together through this rough time. It's really nice to see. Yeah. Are you wearing red, Kanalu?
Unfortunately, tonight I am not.
Well, I'm wearing red.
What?
I believe the warm-up is just about wrapping up now.
We have about 40 seconds till the game should be starting.
And we just have Kamehameha warming up their serves here on the court. Very powerful.
Just looking at how, Hilo and camp practices.
How well they warm up.
Imagine how well the game would be.
Yes. It's really cool to see them warm up and then see that translate into the game.
Yes. Yeah.
Seeing their full potential being shown out.
Gentlemen, look.
And that is all for now. Again, my name is Jordan.
And I'm Karnalu.
And you're watching KVIKS Media.
to BIIF Girls Volleyball. Tonight's game is featuring the Kamehameha Warriors as visitors and the Hilo High School Vikings as the home team. Tonight's official, Moses Ayala, Hilo Pana Alawi. Starters for the Kamehameha Warriors were number 1, Miley Kuomo'o. Number 2, Kayla Carter. Number 3, Shay Beard. Number 10, Mayela Honma. Number 13, Mia Paloy. Number 24, Keanu Hui. Head coach Guy Enriquez and assistant coaches Sam Thomas, Albert Pacheco, Jen Kala, Rich Lau, Manuel Hero, and Chad Puro. Kamehameha, Hawaii, Warriors. Now, the home team, the Hilo High School Vikings, were number 2. Head coach Kalinani Kahanui and assistant coach Carlo Capi Cabales, Ivan Crandall, Curly Cabales, and Honey Ian Scanlon, Molino, Taki, Hilo High School Vikings.
And that will be our starting lineups. Starting up with the hype, the JV girls setting up the tent for both teams.
Let's just see how this game goes.
Let's just see how this game goes. There's a lot of energy tonight in the gymnasium. Good show out.
Gym is pretty packed. Behind us, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
What do you think is gonna happen?
You know, I don't really know. The last game that Hilo played with the Warriors didn't go so good for the Vikings with Kamehameha with the sweep. So I don't really know what's gonna happen in this game.
Maybe I'm thinking maybe it's just because it's at their gym.
Maybe
now at our gym.
Now our JV girls won against Cam.
But
we don't.
They won once. Did they? I have no idea.
I think Kamehameha got 2 sets and Hilo got 1.
Okay, well, let's see how this goes.
Starting off with the serve from the Vikings, Santos. Kamehameha with the receive. They set up for the hit. Vikings get that right back. Hit by the Vikings. And the first point of the game to Hilo. Santo gets ready. Goes up. Gets it over. Kamehameha with the receive. Set up for the hit. And that is a touch by Hilo.
Both sides have a huge amount of power. If you look at it.
Warriors up. Hilo getting it back over. Come in with the top. Warriors set it up, hit. The Vikings receive. And that will just fall onto the Vikings territory. And the point will go to the Warriors. Let's watch that replay. See the Vikings set up that hit. Vikings trying to get that ball back over, but roof. Starting off the play. Vikings with the hit. Warriors coming up. Gets the ball back over. Strong hit for the Warriors. But the Vikings just saved the ball, getting it back over. Vikings keep that ball up. Strong hit. The Warriors receive that. Another top over. Vikings set up a hit, but the Warriors receive. Solid hit, and that will be out on the Warriors. Putting up 2 for the Vikings. Now we have Kealoha going up. Warriors set up the play, get it over. And the Vikings just fall short, and it will go, that point will go over to the Warriors. Now we have to do it for the Vikings, for the Warriors. Vikings tap it over. Warriors with the strong hit. Vikings trying to go in for that save, but goes out of bounds, and the point will go to the Warriors. You do it. She puts it up, gets it over. The Vikings receive, and that will be another point to the Warriors. You do it, getting it over, and that point will go to Kamehameha. Starting off the play, we have the Vikings. And we have a roof by the Warriors. Looking that back over. We have Wassman going up for that hit, and just blocked by the Warriors. They do it up. Vikings receive, giving it right back to the Warriors. They set up for that hit. The Vikings keep it up. Setting it up, and that is out of bounds for the Vikings.
There's a lot of power, but there's not a lot of control, I see. Accuracy, sorry.
Trying to keep it in that line.
It's kind of hard, honestly.
It's hard. You do it, continues at the service line. Gets it over. Vikings nicely receive. And there was a block by the Warriors, but Vikings keep it up. Warriors set up, top over, and that will be out. Giving the point to Hilo. Now coming in for Hilo, we have Chartran and Iona. Chartran will start off with the serve. Gets it over. Warriors with a strong hit. The Vikings receive. They get it back over. Warriors set it up. And that will be on Vikings territory, giving the point to the Warriors. Watching that back over. Clean hit. And that is in. Now for the Warriors, Launui gets it over. Vikings set it up. Strong hit. But the Warriors just get that. And that point will go to the Vikings. Now we have Robello on the service line. She gets it over. Warriors set it up. Strong hit. And that will be Warriors point. Watch now back over. See the Warriors set that up. Strong hit over, and that is in. Now for the Warriors, we have number 3, Beals, gets it over. Hilo with the hit, and the Warriors are just short, putting up another point for Hilo. Now we have Wassman at the service line for the Vikings. She gets ready. Puts it up. Warriors receive. Setting up for that touch. Strong hit by the Vikings, and that will go to Hilo. Wassman once more. Warriors receive, setting it up. Strong hit, and that is out, and the point will go to the Warriors.
It's really loud in this gym.
Yep, a lot of energy tonight. Very exciting
but
game.
It's not really a far game. It's a close game.
It is very close game. Can really see how Hilo has been going from the last time they saw the Warriors.
Yeah, that amount of energy and power put in.
Otake up with the serve. And it is just short, and the point will go to the Vikings. Now coming in for the Vikings, Alameda. And also coming in, number 13 for Hilo, Luisa. She serves over. Warriors set it up. Strong hit. And it is a touch by Hilo, and the point will go to the Warriors. Now coming in for the Warriors, Carter. Warriors up. Like set up for the hit. Gets it over the net. The Warriors goes for that hit. Set up again. The Vikings receive. Warriors try to touch over. And that play will end with the Warriors with the point. Up for that play ending up on the ground. Didn't really see what happened there, but a timeout is called.
So, thoughts on the game so far?
So far, Warriors really keeping up their lead, but the Vikings slowly trailing behind.
It's really not a far game.
It's not a far game. Very exciting game.
Maybe this timeout could change everything.
But I can really see with the Warriors that their setups are very clean.
Their not maneuvers. What is it called? Their
maneuvers are very fancy, I could say. With the way that they move, it's like you really never know what they're going to do next.
Like you have one person filling in the spot for the other person that moves. So they're not
predictable, I would say, from what I've seen. Because
Hilo,
you never know if it's
yeah.
just going to be a touch over or if they're going to fully commit to that hit. You know?
Yeah, and we have Hilo doing good with their power. It's just having a cover behind.
Yes.
Because looking at the past hits, it's been going over them, behind them.
Yeah, and something I've noticed with the Warriors is that they're really good at saving that ball and keeping that ball up. But still, it's still the first set, and we still got a long game to go.
A long game.
So the Warriors starting off with the serve. We have Kuomo'o. Goes up. Vikings receive. It'll go back to the Warrior side. Strong hit, and it will go out, putting 8 for the Vikings.
Into Hilo, number 15, number 2, Santos, number 15.
Coming in for Hilo, Owai and Santos. Santos will start off at the service line. Goes over. Warriors receive. Settle for the hit. And it will fall into the Vikings territory, giving that to the Warriors. Watching that over. See the Warriors set that up. Very soft touch over. Giving Kamehameha 14. Now we have 10. Honma with the ace. Honma will go up again. Gets it over. Vikings with a nice receive. They set it up. Strong hit. Blocked by the Warriors, but the Vikings save it. Warriors set up their hit. Soft touch over. Strong hit. But that point will go to the Warriors. Honma. She goes up. Vikings with the receive. They set up that strong hit. That is a touch on the Warriors, and the point will go to the Vikings. Starting off at the service line, Kealoha. She goes up. Warriors receive. Hit that over. The Vikings set it up. Strong hit attempt by Wassman. But the Vikings. Warriors keep the ball up. Back to the Vikings. Owai. And it seemed the teams got a little bit distracted. But the ball was still good. And the Vikings just missed the opportunity to get back. And the point will go to the Warriors. Dudois now for the Warriors. We have some consultation with the ref from both teams. So how are you feeling about the game so far, Nalu? Oh,
I guess pretty good.
It's pretty good? Was that chip pretty good?
Yeah. Kalua nachos.
Kalua nachos.
Looking at the score right now, it is a little far, but the Vikings can always catch up.
Yes, that last play was kind of messy.
With that little,
They thought the ball was done already, but it wasn't.
That's why you just wait till they actually blow the whistle.
Yeah, having a little bit consultation here with the ref. And we are back to the game. Dubois at the service line for the Warriors. Up. Vikings nicely receive. They attempt another strong hit, and that point will go to the Warriors.
The Warriors have been getting a lot of blocks this morning. Looking at replay.
Let's watch this replay. We see Wassman coming in for that strong hit. Roofed over by the Warriors.
They've been getting a lot of roofs lately.
Dubois up again. The Vikings get it back over. They set it up. Soft hit, but the Warriors save. The Warriors try to get that ball back over, but just short, giving that point to the Vikings. Start trying at the service line. She gets it over. The Warriors receive. Hit by the Warriors, but a little bit too strong, getting it out of bounds, and that point going to the Vikings.
You know what's funny? What I see is when the Warriors, they serve over, they serve it soft, but it still goes out of the line. Mm-hmm. But when the Vikings, they hit hard, it goes over the line.
Just shows their amount of power. And Chartrand will get it out of bounds, and that point will go to the Warriors.
The Vikings are catching up very slowly but surely.
Now coming in for the Vikings, number 13, Luisa. And the serve made by Lanui. Warriors set it up. Vikings save the ball. Getting it back over. And the Vikings try for that dive, but it is no good, and the point will go to Kamehameha. Lanui up again. And strong hit by the Vikings, putting up 12. Coming in for Hilo, Robello and Varese. Robello will start at the service line. She'll get it over. Kind of messy play by the Warriors, but they get it over that net. And a dive attempt by the Warriors. No good. And that point will go to the Vikings. Robello up again. Gets it over. And that'll be a touch by the Vikings, giving that point to Hilo. Bello up. Just short, hits the net, and the point will now go to the Warriors. For the Warriors, number 3, Bells at the service line. She gets ready. She goes up. The Vikings receive. Set up for a hit. And that is a roof made by the Warriors, putting up 22. Let's rewatch that over again. Here we have Beals. Serves it over. Vikings with the setup. And there it is. Clean roof made by Kamehameha. Beals goes up again. Vikings keep it up. Hits it over. Vikings saved the ball, but That's no good for the Vikings. And the Warriors will get the point. Timeout from Hilo. Very exciting game so far. The ball flying all over the place.
All over
going
the
crazy.
place.
Going into the bleachers, man.
It's really loud tonight.
Really loud tonight. Very exciting game. How you feel so far?
Honestly, as we're seeing right now, 23-14 Warriors. We could say that the Warriors are going to win the set, but who knows? And then
we have some of our cheerleaders at the sideline doing some tricks. Those cheerleaders, though, they were very distracting. They did some, like, flips and stuff, but that was cool. Maybe next time we can catch on the camera. But, so
shout
far,
out to our cheerleaders tonight coming out.
Oh, yes, they're here tonight.
Showing their spirit.
The volleyball team. And that'll be the end of the timeout. The Warriors break. The Vikings come onto the court. And we have some cheers from the Warrior side. Starting off from the timeout. We have Beals setting it off. Vikings receive. Hit by the Vikings, but Warriors keep it up. The Vikings try and set it up, but they save the ball. Get it back over, and that is another roof made by the Warriors. And the point will go to Kamehameha. We have some Hilo cheers happening in the gymnasium. Good to see the hype, good to see the energy. Now for Hilo at the service line. We have Rossman, she goes up, hits it over, and that'll be out. Point going to the Warriors. One more point for the Warriors, and they will have this set. With the serve, Otake from Kamehameha. Hits it over. And the Vikings receive, and it is just short, and the Warriors will take this set.
So, final thoughts on this first set, Jordan?
Final thoughts. You know, it was a good set. It was good to see Hilo keeping up their morale, keeping up their power, but the Warriors with their saves and keeping it up. Let's look back over this. You see Bills or Otake up, and the Vikings just short. And that will be the sweeping point for the first set.
The Warriors, they know how to communicate, they know how to move, they just know their plays.
They know their
Same thing
plays.
with the Vikings, but I think they're just their lack of communication is what's, bringing it down.
I feel like their predictability also.
Yeah.
I feel like with their moves, you can always sense what they're gonna do next,
Yeah.
And with the Warriors, it's just, well, it's maybe because we watch them a little bit too much and we focus on our girls a lot and we're always at their games, so maybe it's become predictable to us, but for
maybe
the
not
Warriors,
to them.
For the Warriors, their movements are really, out there.
And looking at our energy from both sides, it's like
From the Warrior side, from the Viking side,
putting it all together is like
good energy in this gym, There's no really negative tension in here, and I like that about games, Good sportsmanship, keeping it together. Win or lose, we still support our teams.
Although we want the Vikings to win, just kidding.
We can't be biased.
I'm kidding.
But yes, both teams putting up a good fight. Look over the Hilo team talking. Really excited for the next set also to see how the Vikings, if they make a comeback, which that would be very exciting.
Especially at our own gym.
Yes.
We want, that feeling
we want that energy, right?
Yeah, we want that feeling of winning.
Of winning, yes. Of that comeback, of that hope, the hope. It's good to feel that. And that'll be all from us now. Again, my name is Jordan.
And my name is Kainalu.
And you're watching KVIKS Media.
And now we are starting with the second set. I think it is Warriors ball. We have number 1, Kuomo'o, on the service line. We have Kuomo'o on the service line, sending over to the Vikings. And that is a point to the Vikings.
Good start so far for the Vikings.
Good start. And now on the service line, we have number 10, Kealoha, serving over to the Warriors. They dig the ball, serve, and a hit over to the Vikings. And that is a point to the Warriors. A little miscommunication there with the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Right back.
And now for the Warriors, we have number 10 serving, Hanma. Sends it over to the Vikings. Kealoha with the dig. Santos with the pass. And Kealoha with the serve. We have Kealoha hitting over to the Warriors. That's the point to the Vikings.
Falling right over into Warrior territory. Good start off for the Vikings.
Now on the service line, we have number 3, Chartrand. We have her setting over to the Warriors. And that is an ace for Chartrand. I think that was the first ace of the game.
Yes. Warriors kind of losing the handle on that ball. Yeah. And giving that point to the Vikings.
Again, we have Chartrand on the service line. Sending it over to the Warriors. A dig by number 7. We have the Vikings hitting it over to the Warriors. That was a strong hit. Back over to the Vikings. Back over to the Warriors.
Good save made by the Vikings.
Hit by Hanma. And that is a point for the Warriors. Strong hit by Hanma.
Good energy by the Vikings keeping that up.
That was a long rally.
That was a lot of dives.
Now for the Warriors, we have number 7, Dudois, hitting on the service line. Sending it over to the Vikings. Kealoha with the dig. Santos with the... Hanma again with the hit over to the Vikings. Santos with the... And that's a point to the Vikings. A little short from the net.
Good starting off for the Vikings so far. Now coming in for Hilo, we have Robello and Baris.
Now on the service line is number 12, Robello. Sending over to the Warriors. Passing back over to the Vikings. Hit by Carter over to the Vikings. Saved by Varice. That's a good dig from Hanma. Hit again by Carter over to the Vikings. That's a block. And that is a roof for the Vikings.
It's always so... Number 10 for the Vikings, Kealoha. Her hits, they're so powerful and so impressive.
Looking back at replay.
Looking back at that replay.
That was a good roof by the Vikings. Now we have Robello serving again. Back to the Warriors. Hit by Hanma. Over. And that was a point to the Warriors. Strong hits by Hanma in the back row.
Vikings keeping it up so far.
We have number 6 for the Warriors serving over. And that is a point to the Vikings. Now we have Wasman, number 9, for the Vikings on the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors. Dig. Pass. And a hit by Hanma. Saved by Robello. And a point to the Warriors.
Falling over onto the Hilo side. You know, the Warriors really keeping it up.
And now we have number 3, Beals for the Warriors. Pass to the Warriors. And that's a point to the Vikings. Now on the service line.
Coming in for the Vikings.
Now on the service line we have number 11, Tondal. She serves it over to the Warriors. A nice dig by Beals. Pass and a hit by Hanma. And that's a roof by the Vikings. Beals with the hit. And a little short. That's a point to the Vikings.
Falls onto the Warriors side. Ooh, roof by the Vikings.
Looking at this round, it's going pretty well for the Vikings.
Going pretty well.
We have Tondal on the service line again. She serves it over to the Warriors. And that is a point to the Warriors.
Just a bit short, hitting the net. But it's okay. Right back.
Right back. Now on the service line, we have number 11, Otake. She serves it over to the Vikings. To dig by Robello, pass from Tondal, and a hit from Kealoha, straight over to the Warrior side. A nice kill from the Vikings.
Wrong hit, Kealoha.
Now on the service line, we have number 2, Santos. She serves it over to the Warriors. A dig from Beals. A pass and a hit. Roofed by the Vikings. A hit by Hanma over to the Vikings. Santos waits for the pass. 10. And that's a kill from Kealoha once again. Point to the Vikings.
Again.
These powerful kills.
Powerful kills.
Wait. Oh.
Looking at that again.
Hit by Kealoha. That's a strong. We have Santos on the service line again, hitting over to the Warriors. A little bit short from Santos. That's a point to the Warriors.
Warriors right now at a 4-point deficit. Vikings with the lead this set.
Now once again we have Kuomo'o for the Warriors on the service line. serving over to the Vikings. That's a kill from
Why?
Kamale, sorry. First name, Awai. And we have a timeout for the Warriors. So, thoughts so far, Jordan?
Looking good for the Vikings so far. They have a 5-point lead. Way better than the first set for the Vikings, but the Warriors falling short. Let's see if they can make it up. You know, will this be a sweep for the Warriors, or will the Vikings make a comeback? Who knows?
It's a 50-50 chance.
50-50 chance. It's anybody's game.
But looking at it right now, we still have a lot of energy going on tonight. It's like
still hope there.
It's bringing the players' energy up.
Yes, the players' energy. You know, keeping it up, giving each other's energy, feeding off each other.
Yeah.
It's good to see that on the court. The Vikings.
Now the timeout should be finished.
Warriors with their break. And both teams will set back up on the court.
We have Vikings ball. Kealoha at the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors. Passed by Bios. And that is an ace for Kealoha.
Putting up 12 for the Vikings.
Again, we have Kealoha at the service line. Looks like a little...
Looking back at that over again. You see that celebration.
Again, we have Kealoha at the service line. Serving it over to the Warriors. A dig by Bios. A pass to Kumo and a hit by Hanma. Nice dig by Tandao. Hit by Kealoha over to the Warriors side. Kumo with the pass. And that is point to the Vikings.
Out on the Warriors.
And that is an ace for Kealoha once again.
Another one.
It's getting really loud tonight.
Getting exciting. You can see a lot of smiles on the Viking sidelines. See those celebrations. Good to see their energy.
Kealoha passes to the Warriors. Set by Kuomo'o. Hit by Hanma. Straight over to the Vikings. A nice dig from Kealoha. A hit over by Kealoha. Free ball. That was a nice block from the Vikings. And that's a point to the Vikings. A little short by Bios.
Vikings putting up 15. Very impressive. Let's watch that replay. See the Warriors try and set that up.
We have the Vikings with the good roofs. But we have the Warriors with the good hits. Kealoha over to the Warriors. A set and a hit by Carter. Nice dig by Tandao. Pass by Santos. Hit over by Avai. And that is another point to the Vikings.
Good climbing up on the points for the Vikings. Warriors now at a 10-point deficit. Let's see how they'll handle this one.
Now we have Kealoha again at the service line, setting over to the Warriors. A dig. And a hit by Hanma straight over to the... And that is a point to the Vikings.
Out again on the Warriors.
A little too hard. A little too hard by the Warriors.
A little bit too much power. Gotta really focus on keeping that ball in.
Yep. We have Kealoha at the service line once again. Over to the Warriors. A dig by Hanma. A pass by Kuomo'o. A hit by Hanma. Straight.
And that was
a nice floater to the Vikings. Oh, sorry.
For the Vikings. No, it's okay. Here we have some cleaning up on the court. Gotta keep the court fresh.
Good, nice and dry. Now at the service line, we have number 10, Hanma, for the Warriors. She serves it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Wasmin. Pass by Santos, hit by Kealoha, over to the Warrior side. A nice pass by Tandao, and a hit by Kealoha. A little too strong. So that's a point to the Warriors.
Solid hit. That sound, reverb.
Wow, like echoing. We have Hanma at the service line once again for the Warriors. She serves it over to the Vikings. And that's a little short for the Warriors. That's a point to the Vikings.
Making 18. Coming in for Hilo Chartrand. I believe she will start off at the service line.
Yes, we have Chartrand at the service line once again. She serves it over to the Warriors. A nice dig by Dudois. A pass by Kuomo'o. A pass by Chartrand. Over by Kealoha. A nice hit by Hanma. And that's a point to the Warriors once again.
That will fly into the bleachers. Kind of misdirection on that one.
We have Dudois for the Warriors at the service line. She sets it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Wasmin, a pass by Santos, and a hit by Avai. A strong hit from Avai. Pass by Hanma, set by Kuomo'o, over to Hanma, over to the Vikings, and that's a point to the Warriors.
That didn't really look like the Vikings touched it, but I believe that point will still go to Kamehameha.
Yes. Now we have Dudois at the service line once again for the Warriors. Maybe. Oh.
Yeah,
Pat. To Santos. And that's a nice hit from Santos. Sorry, I meant Iona. A nice hit by Iona.
Now coming in for Hilo once more, Rebello and...
We have Rebello at the service line. She serves it over. A nice dig by Hanma, a pass by Kuomo'o, and a hit by Hanma once again. Right over to the Vikings. Set by Chartrand. A little short from Varese. So that's a point to the Warriors. The Warriors are catching up.
Slowly but surely making up those points.
Slowly but surely. Now we have Launiu at the service line for the Warriors. She serves it over to the Vikings. A dig by Robello.
And that puts up 20 for the Vikings. Boston with that point.
We have Wasman at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over to the Warriors. A nice fake by the Warriors. Served by Rebello. And that's a roof for the Warriors. Point.
Vikings kind of lose control of the ball.
We have Beals once again at the service line for the Warriors. She serves it over to the Vikings. Nice dig by Varese. A little misconception with Varese. And that is timeout Vikings. Thoughts, Jordan?
Vikings really keeping up the points this set.
Having
some hope for them.
We have Warriors creeping up. Point by point.
Point by point. But just like the Warriors in the last set, they were creeping up point by point, but the Warriors taking that one. But this one, it seems like if the Vikings keep this up, they might be taking this set.
We have Vikings with 5 points away from winning this set and 12 points for the Warriors. So anything could happen at this point.
Anything could happen. Warriors at a
still a close game.
Yeah, Warriors at a 7-point deficit. We'll see. Just about now, ending this timeout. We have the Vikings walking back onto the court. And the Warriors break. And both teams go to set it up once more.
We have Beals at the service line for the Warriors once again. She serves it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Tandal. Set by Wasman. Hit by Kealoha. That's a strong hit by Kealoha. Set by Kuomo'o. Hit by Hanma. A nice dig by Wasman. And that is unfortunately a point to the Warriors.
That was a nice dig though.
A really nice dig.
But unfortunately, not good enough, and the point will go to the Warriors.
We have Beals once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Varese. Set by Wasman. Hit by Iona. Set by Wasman. Hit by Kealoha. A point to the Vikings. A little miscommunication there between Kealoha and Iona.
But still, being able to get that point in.
Looking at replay, we have a nice set by Wasman. A little miscommunication there, but still. That was a point to the Vikings.
I believe the Warriors are so used to getting strong hits from Kealoha that they weren't expecting that one.
A soft serve. A soft serve over.
Soft touch.
Now we have Tandal once again at the service line.
And Alameda coming in for the Vikings.
She serves it over to the Warrior side. Dig by Bios. Pass by Kuomo'o. A hit by Hanma. A nice dig by Kealoha, but a little too short by Rebello. Or, my apologies.
Putting up
Wasman.
15 for the Warriors.
See, the Warriors are creeping up point by point.
Point by point.
Now we have number 11, Otake once again at the service line for the Warriors. She serves it over to the Vikings. Nice dig by Robello. A little roof by the Warriors. That's a point to the Warriors. We have Otake once again at the service line.
Vikings with a little bit of a consultation.
We have a lot of
with
energy
the ref.
from the Vikings right now.
Yes, we do.
We have the Warriors talking to the ref about something. A little huddle by each team. Now we have Otake once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Vikings. A nice dig. Oh,
And
that is a point
out.
to the Vikings. That was an out.
Vikings putting up 22 on the board.
They are 3 points away from winning the set. We have Santos at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over to the Warriors. A little miscommunication there with the Warriors, so that's a point to the Vikings.
An ace from Santos.
They are 2 points away from winning this set.
Looking good for the Vikings so far.
We have Santos, and that is a timeout for the Warriors.
Vikings really keeping it up, as I've been saying. Really impressive.
Yeah. Compared to the first set.
Their improvement.
Yeah.
Very quickly making changes, in comparison to the first set, you can see how they kind of altered the way that they've been playing.
They're adjusting to the Warriors' game plan.
Yes.
And I think maybe the Vikings are setting up a new game plan that the Warriors don't know about.
Putting in new moves. Try new things.
But you have this set. We had a lot of hard hits, a lot of good digs, a lot of aces.
Yes. I believe the aces too, Vikings aces, have been getting them a lot of points. Just finishing up the timeout. Both teams break. Head back onto the court.
We have Santos at the service line for the Vikings. Santos serves it over to the Warriors. A nice dig by Wasman.
Good
Pass
save
by
by the
Santos
Vikings.
over to Kealoha. Over to the Warriors. A nice dig by Hanma. Hit by Dios. Santos with a nice set. Over to Alameda. A nice hit by Hanma. Over. A nice dig by Tangao. A free ball over. And it's a point to the Vikings.
Vikings 1 point away from taking the set. Cross that back over.
A nice move by the Vikings.
Just short.
Now we have Santos once again for the service line. Nice dig by Bios. Pass by Kuomo'o. Over by Hanma.
And that'll be a roof by...
That was a good block by the Vikings, but a strong hit by the Warriors.
Did it fall out?
A yellow card. We have a yellow card by the... Well, we have Kuomo'o at the service line for the Warriors. Set over to the Vikings. Nice dig by Wasman. Pass by Santos. Hit by Kealoha. A nice block by the Warriors.
Nice move by the Warriors. Kealoha strong hit not being able to penetrate through. Looking at that back over.
We have Kuomo'o at the service line once again, serving over to the Vikings. A nice pass by Santos. And as a point to the Vikings, they win the second set.
Yes.
Now we
Second
have
set to the Vikings.
1 Warriors, 1 Vikings.
And we will go to a third.
I think as of right now, we have a 3-minute break for the to let the Vikings and Warriors
Take a breath, take a breather, collect their minds back together.
But other than that, how was your day today, Jordan?
Oh my god, my day. It's been a long day, man. I was very tired.
Just rain
Can look
today.
over some of these highlights of the game. You saw
Nice
that ball
blocks,
falling
nice
short.
digs, nice hits.
Warriors. Yeah. So far, this game has been very exciting, very interesting to watch, very interesting to commentate.
It's a little, energetic.
Yes, it's good to see the Vikings make that comeback and tying it up with the Warriors, especially since the last time that they played against each other. It was very unfortunate for the Vikings, but seeing them now, how much growth they made, how much improvement, we get to see their potential, and I'm excited to see how they grow throughout the season.
I really think after that game their first game against each other, I think, the Vikings wanted, I wouldn't say revenge, but you know they wanted
They
wanted
knew-
their get back.
Yes.
They wanted to get their get back.
They wanted to get their lick back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not like that, but as in they saw what the Warriors and what
Yes.
their potential and what they as a team were, you know, how they work together, and
They adjusted very well.
they adjusted well, and how going against the Warriors and losing against them really showed the holes that they need to fix on
Yes,
their own
exactly.
side. So
But as of right now, both sides are reading them. Both sides are reading each other.
yeah,
You
both
know
sides
what?
are.
You know.
Because you can see that the Warriors are trying to keep up with the Vikings and make adjustments as well from
And
their
yeah,
end.
yes.
Yes.
We have around about 40 more seconds left.
Until we go into this third set. And that'll be all from us.
Again, my name is Karnalu,
And my name is Jordan.
and you're watching KVIKS Media.
And we have both teams coming back onto the court, setting it up. Vikings with high hopes. Warriors trying to figure out how to get this game back. Starting off with the serve will be the Vikings. At the service line, we have Wassman. Gets it up. Warriors with the receive. Strong hit from the Warriors. But the Vikings keep it up. Get it back over. Set up by the Warriors. Soft tap over. Set up by the Vikings. Strong hit. First point of the third set.
And Kamehameha. What a good way to start the set.
Good way to start the set for the Vikings. Kealoha with another strong hit of the night.
I would say the first point really determines how the set will go. But that's just me.
Wassman once more. She goes up. Over. Warriors on the receive. We set up that play. Hit. Another strong hit by Kealoha. And
It was another strong hit by Kamehameha, but a little bit out.
a little bit too strong. Now on serve for the Warriors. Beals. She goes over. The Vikings give it back over to the Warriors. They set it up. And they hit, and it is in. 2 points for the Warriors.
This third set is getting intense.
It's getting intense. The Warriors coming out strong and the Vikings coming in strong. Really going head to head here. Fields once more. Goes over. Tondo on the receive. Set up by the Vikings.
A little miscommunication there.
A little bit of communication. Reese with trying to get it back over, but just short. Beals gets ready, puts it up, and the Vikings set it up. Strong hit by Kealoha. Blocked. The Vikings keep it up, and now that point will go to the Vikings.
A lot of strong hits as of right now by Kamehameha.
Very strong player. Now coming in for the Vikings, Alameda. And Tondo will be on the service line. Goes up, gets it over. And that'll be out on the Vikings, giving 4 to the Warriors. Now coming in for the Warriors, number 11, Otake. She will start off on the service line. She goes up, over, and that point will go.
We have a lift by
the Warriors. Otake goes up, gets it over. Vikings on the receive, setting it up, small top over, and that will make 3 for the Vikings. Now coming in for the Vikings on the service line, Santos. Santos goes over. Kamehameha on the receive. Strong hit. But Kealoha just saves that. Gives it right back to the Warriors. They keep that ball up. Another strong hit attempt. And that will go to the Warriors. Now on the service line, Kuomo'o. She'll go up. Vikings receive, set it up, and that'll be a roof on the Warriors, but the Vikings will keep it up. Getting a ball over the net. Warriors tap it over. They'll fall into Viking territory, and that'll make 7 for the Warriors.
We see the Warriors coming up right now.
Warriors coming up. Looking good so far for the Warriors. The Vikings falling behind a little bit. But you never know how this game could go. Any thoughts so far, Fernando?
Well, as of right now, we have the Warriors up by 4. Vikings down by 3. But as we noticed, for the past 2 sets, whoever, starts with the highest would usually win. But maybe,
sets the tone for the game a little bit.
Yeah, it sets the boundaries.
But you never know. The Vikings could just flip it over. Now we have Kumo going up. Kealoha on the receive. They set it up. Vikings, Warriors with the dig. And that is another point for the Warriors.
A double by Alameda.
A double by Alameda. Kuamo'o once more. She goes up. Vikings receive. Set it up. Kealoha with the top over. And that will make 4 for the Vikings. Oh, but the ball is still...
It was a nice dig by the Warriors. A nice pop hit.
Check that. The Warriors with 9. Roof.
If you look at it, it didn't really look like it touched. It looked like it hit the ground, but all palm.
It's okay. Right back. Kuomo again. She will get it over. Vikings set that up. Strong hit by Kealoha, and that will be another roof by the Warriors. Wash that back over. Kealoha with the attempt, but blocked off, and that will be a timeout from the Vikings. Kainalu
Yes.
How do you feel that this game is going? This third set.
The Vikings with a 7-point deficit. It could turn around, but as we've seen, not really. Just for the truth, to be true.
Yeah.
But who knows? Anything can change. This timeout could change everything.
Anything could change, for real. Warriors first back on the court. Vikings making their break. Kuamo'o. Goal up. Get it over. Vikings receive. They will set that back over.
It looks like a net touch, I think. A net touch by the Vikings, so that's a point.
Vikings at an 8-point deficit.
Have the Warriors with loud energy tonight.
Making that comeback. Warriors get it over. Kealoha with another strong hit. That'll be a touch by the Vikings, putting up 4 for the Vikings. Touch by the Warriors, check that. Sorry. Kealoha at the service line. She'll go up. Warriors on the receive. Strong hit.
Strong hit by Wave Riders. Sorry, not Wave Riders. Warriors. My apologies.
Now we have number 10, Honma, at that service line. She will get it over. Vikings receive. And it will be in on the Vikings, and they will get 5 on the board. Sartran coming in for the Vikings. Starting off at the service line. Hits it over. Kamehameha on the receive. Putting it back over to the Vikings. Setting it up. Warriors hit that back. And that will fly into the bleachers on the Vikings and give the Warriors 13. Now we have Dudois at the service line. She gets ready, goes up. She will get it over. Vikings strong back hit over, and that point will go to the Vikings. Vikings slowly making up that deficit. Now we have Rebello on the service line. She'll go up. She'll get it over. And that'll be a touch on the Warriors, giving 7 to the Vikings. Looking back at that little celebration with the Vikings.
We have the Warriors going on with a chance. Or not chance. Yeah, chance.
Now we have Robello. She'll get it over. Warriors with the receive. Strong hit. And that'll be on Vikings territory, giving the point to the Warriors.
Looking at that replay, seeing how high Seals went up for that hit. A strong hit to the back.
Hard to determine whether it's going in or out, especially at that speed of the ball. Now we have number 6, I believe, up. Lului. Vikings soft touch over. But that point will go to the Warriors. Lanui once more, she goes over. The Vikings on the receive. Soft touch by the Vikings. And it will fall into Wario territory and making up 8 for the Vikings. On the serve, Rossman goes up. Warriors set it up, hit, and that will fly out of bounds on the Vikings, giving 16 to the Warriors. We have Beals once more, up. Vikings receive. Warriors with a strong hit, but it will be out, making 9 for the Vikings. Tondal on the service line for the Vikings. She gets ready. Up. And that will be out on the Vikings, putting up another point for the Warriors. Now we will have Otake on the service line for Kamehameha. Up. She'll get it out of bounds. And that point will make 10 for the Vikings.
It's hard to really tell from the side.
Hard to tell.
But I don't even know how these fly people do it.
You really just got to stare at the line the whole game.
Or just guess.
Or just guess. Now we have Santos on the service line for the Vikings. And a crazy play there. Thought the Warriors lost the ball for a second, but saved it, giving it right back to the Vikings, and the ball will fell onto Viking territory, giving the point to the Warriors. Kumo'o over. The Vikings with a strong hit, and that will be out. Oh, I'm sorry. That will be in, and the point will go to the Vikings.
Yeah. But as we saw it.
Yeah, looking back at that, you didn't really catch on camera, but it was in.
I think, well, the flag person is right there. So, it's whatever she calls.
Kealoha goes up. The Warriors saved that ball from flying out of bounds. Vikings. A roof by the Warriors, but the Vikings keep that ball up. Warriors on receive. The ball flies into out of bounds on the Vikings. And another point will go to the Warriors. I have number 10, Honma. She goes up. Hilo on the receive. Set it up for the hit. Little short, but they go right back. Another hit over. Warriors giving it back to the Vikings. Vikings set it up. Tried the other hit, but the Warriors keep it up. Soft hit over attempt. Vikings give it right back. Chondal goes up. Tap over. Warriors keeping up that ball. And it will fall short on the Vikings, giving the Warriors 20. Looking back over at that replay, you can see the dive attempt by the Vikings trying to save that ball. But just short, giving it to the Warriors. And a timeout is called by the Vikings. Kanalu, how are you feeling about this game so far?
I'm feeling a little, looking at it, 2011 Warriors.
2011. Warriors in the lead, yeah.
But if you look at it, Warriors won first set, Vikings second set.
It's really been an on and off game for
I think
both
it'll be a
teams.
pattern, honestly. It all just depends on the last set.
Yeah, because that first set, Warriors really took that. And then on the second set, Vikings really took that. So, who knows?
If you look at all of it too, you had 25-15, 18-25. They were all close games.
Very evenly matched, these two teams.
Yes.
And we have some cheering from the Hilo side. Good to see the energy throughout the night still being kept up.
Come on.
That too. Good to see cheerleaders come out, support. And that will be wrapping up the timeout. Both teams breaking, going back onto the court. Putting their game faces on. Hanma for the Warriors goes up. Vikings receive. Hard hit. Vikings try and keep it up, but will just go out of bounds, and that will put up another point for the Warriors. Vikings right now at a 10-point deficit. Hanma once more. She'll get it over. Vikings set up. Hard hit. Warriors almost lose that ball, but keep it up and put it over. And it seems like that point will go to the Warriors. 22-11 on the board. We have the Hilo team consulting with each other and the refs. And the game will resume. And Hanma will start off with the serve. Goes up. Over. And that'll be short on the Vikings, giving 23 to the Warriors.
I think this is the first set, by the way. I mean, not first set, sorry. First ace of the set.
For the, yeah. I believe so too. Hanma once more. High for the Vikings. And that'll be a point.
We have a net touch.
A net touch from the Vikings. And that'll be another point towards Kamehameha. One more point for the Warriors, and they will have this set. Let's see what Hilo can do. Hanma goes up. And that'll be out. Point to the Vikings. Chartrand starting off on the service line. Gets it over. Warriors receive. They set it up. Hit. And the Vikings give it right back. And once more the Warriors with the hit, and that will be out. Putting up. Oh, and that will be in. Check that. And that third set will go to the Warriors. Really on and off, I gotta say. What do you gotta say, Kanalo?
Honestly, well, I don't really have anything to say.
Really on and off.
It's a really good game, though.
It is a good game, you know, going on to the third set. The fourth set.
Fourth set. If, Hilo wins this one, we go one more set. Which I hope will happen.
Yes. Good to see, that hope and morale. Keeping it up.
Good energy.
Good energy.
Good night. A good stance.
I could use some energy.
Me too. I'm really tired
now. A monster would sound so nice.
Maybe not monster.
Maybe not monster. Maybe like a pumpkin spice latte for the autumn season. What you gonna be for Halloween?
What am I gonna be?
I honestly, have some replays here also.
What do you have in mind?
We were at Walmart today, and we saw like this little Red Riding Hood costume, and that was like really cute.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I can dress up for school.
There's so many options, though. I think that's what's hard. It's just picking what,
And you have so much more years left.
Yeah, I know. Like, it sucks not being a kid anymore. Yeah.
We're getting older.
And I really want to do it now, before it's like really...
Before it's too late. Yeah, I understand. I get what you mean.
Yes. Really want to embrace the childhood.
And
especially as seniors,
Yeah. Senior year, yeah.
Senior year.
But, again, my name is Kanalu.
And my name is Jordan.
And you are watching KVIKS Media. We are back once again.
Really, is anyone games tonight? Off and on. So far, Kamehameha with 2 sets, Hilo with 1.
Now, for the service side for the Warriors, we have number 6, Lao Niu. She serves it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Alameda. A set by Kama, Wasmin. And a hit by Killa. That's a strong hit by Killa for the starting set.
Good start off to the 4th set for Hilo.
We have Tondal switching in for
Watching
Alameda.
that over again. And boom, Kealoha putting it down.
And now we have Tondal at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over. A nice dig by Dudois. And a little short pass. So that's a point to the Vikings. Again, we have Tondal at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over. A little short by Tondal, so that's a point to the Warriors. A point to the Warriors. And now we have number 3, Beals for the Warriors, serving over. She serves over to the Vikings. A dig by Robello. A nice set by Wasman. A hit to Kealoha. A good block
save by the Vikings.
A little short from the Vikings. We are now 2-2.
Looking back at that, you see they're strong.
We have Beals once again serving over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Wasman. Set by Robello. Over to Varese. A nice hit over to the Warriors. Launiu with the dig. Beals with the set over. A nice save by Alameda. Pass to Wasman. Nice save by Tondal. Set by Wasman. Over to Varese. Launiu with the set. Beals with the set over. Kilo with the hit. And that is a point to the Vikings. That was a long rally.
That was a long one. Fast setup by the Vikings.
Really fast.
Yeah, one play, yeah.
Looking at this.
You see that.
A nice tip
falling
over.
Onto YKS.
And now
Kamehameha side.
Oh, sorry. We have Santos at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over to the Warriors. Nice save by Beals. Set by Cuomo. Hit over by Beals. Avai with the hit over, and that's a point to the Vikings.
Good start for the Vikings during this fourth set.
And once again, we have Santos serving it over to the Warriors. Dig by Beals. Set by Kuomo'o. Hit by Hanma. Nice dig by Wasmin. Set by Santos. Hit by Kealoha. Another dig by Beals. Set by Kuomo'o. Hit over to Hanma. And that is a point to the Vikings.
Nice start up to the first set for the Vikings.
We have 2-5.
The Warriors starting off kind of slow, but let's see if they can make up this 3-point deficit.
We have Santos once again with the serve. She serves it over to the Warriors. Nice dig by Beals, set by Kuomo'o, over to Hanma. A nice dig by Santos, set by Tondal. Hit over by Kealoha. Launiu, Kuomo'o, Hanma. A nice dig by Wasmin. Santos to Kealoha. And that's a strong hit by Kealoha once again.
Making sick. I swear, on and off every set for these teams.
We want to see how the fifth set will go.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to see. We have Santos at the service line once again. She serves it over to the Warriors. And that's in by the Vikings. A nice ace by Santos. Santos with the serve over to the Warriors again. Saved by Beals. Pass by Kumo. Hit by Hanma. A nice block, but it gets over. Hit by Kealoha. A nice strong hit by Kealoha.
A touch by Kamehameha. Clean point for the Vikings.
Looking at that replay. A nice save by Santos.
See Kealoha
And a
going
nice
up.
hit.
Boom.
We have Santos at the service line once again. Santos serves over once again. Over to the Warriors. Dig by Bios. Set by Kuomo'o. Over to Bios again. And that is a point to the Vikings. I think that was hit on the outside.
Putting up 9 for the Vikings.
Santos once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors once again. Dig by Bios. Pass by Kuomo'o. Set over to Hanma. We have a little miscommunication there with the Vikings. So that's a point to the Warriors.
Vikings try and dig for that save, but
as we see right now, the Vikings are up a bit.
Progressing well during this fourth set.
And now at the service line, we have number 8, Grace. She serves it over to the Vikings. A dig by Wasman. Set by Santos. Hit over by Avai. That's a nice hit by Avai.
Putting up 10 for the Vikings. Watch that over. You see that serve to the Vikings. And Avai putting it
nice
down.
Hit through the block. We have Kealoha at the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors. Nice dig by Bios. Pass by Kuomo'o. Over to Hanma. A nice hard hit from Hanma.
Clean point from the Warriors.
Right through the wall.
Watching that over. See Kealoha serving it up. Hanma. Boom. Into Viking territory.
We have Kuomo'o once again at the service line for the Warriors. She sets it over to the Vikings. A nice dig by Tandal. Set by Santos over to Wasman. She sets it over. Kuomo'o to Hanma. A nice hard hit from Hanma once again. The Warriors are creeping up. We have Kuomo'o once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Vikings. Dig by Tandal. Set by Wasman over to Kealoha. A nice hard hit, but that's outside.
Kealoha with her strong hits. Kamehameha slowly but surely making it back.
We have Kuomo'o once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Vikings. Alameda with the pass. Wasman with the set over to Kealoha.
Soft
A
touch
nice save by Kayla Carter. Set by Santos over to Kealoha. A nice hard hit, and that is into the stands.
Flying into the stands. Impressive move made by the Vikings. And we'll mop up the court a little bit. And we have some cheers from the bleachers for the Warriors.
We have Chartrand setting over to the Warriors. Hit by Hanma. A dig by Santos. Set by Kealoha. That was a little bit over. That's a point to the Warriors. We have Hanma at the service line. We have Hanma once again setting over to the Vikings. She serves it over. A little short by Hanma. That's a point to the Vikings.
Coming in for the Vikings now, Robello and Maurice. Robello will start out the service line.
Robello serves it over. Nice dig by Dudois. Hit by Beals. That's a nice hard hit from Beals over to the Viking side. As we can see, the Warriors are coming up. Coming close. We have Dudois at the service line for the Warriors. She serves it over. A nice dig by Wasman, set by Chartrand. Nice hit by Varice, and that's a nice open spot for Varice's hit.
Strong hit.
We have Tondal coming in for Chartrand. We have Wasman at the service line now. She serves it over to the Warriors side. A nice floater. A nice pass by Robello. Set by Wasman to Kiloha. As a nice block by the Warriors. But
Good
still
save
in.
from the Vikings.
Dudois with a set pass. Hit by Hanma. Nice dig by Robello. Set by Wasman. A nice hit by Kiloha. Right through the wall. We have Wasman once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors again. A nice pass by Hanma over to Beals. And that is a point to the Vikings.
Putting up 15 for the Vikings.
We have Wasman at the service line once again for the Vikings. She serves it over to the Warrior side. A nice floater, and that is another ace for Wasman. Nice floaters onto the Warrior side from Wasman.
Was that the first ace of
I
the set?
think so. I think so. We have Wasman once again, and a timeout for the Warriors. So, thoughts?
Good. Keeping up with the points from the Vikings so far. These sets, man, going on and off to Warrior, to
It's
Vikings,
like-
to Warrior, to Vikings. It's so crazy, man.
But if you kind of look at it, if the Vikings win this set, it's in a pattern.
Yeah,
But you know
it's-
who would win the next pattern? Which I'm not saying would happen, but you know, if we're looking at it.
Because then both of the teams would have two.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so
now,
it would really be anyone's game at that point.
but as we saw, you know, the first game against each other, it was 3-0. And now we're looking, it's 2-1 right now, as of right now.
As of right now. But if the Vikings take this,
Then
Who
it'll be
knows?
2-2. Yeah. This is a good game
very good game.
against one of the best teams on the island.
Yes.
Hilo's-
And that'll
Hilo's
be
keeping up.
wrapping up the timeout. Let's see if Vikings can keep up these points and keep up their lead. And let's see how the Warriors are going to handle themselves to trying to break this lead.
And now we have both teams coming back onto the court. We have Wasman at the service line for the Vikings. She serves it over to the Warriors side. A nice floater again. Saved by Beals. Set by Kumo over to Hanma. Nice save by Tondal. Tondal over to the Warriors side. Dudois to Kumo to Beals. A nice soft hit over by Kiloha once again. Set by Kumo over to Beals once again. A nice save by Tondal.
Fast setup by the
Hit by
Vikings.
Ona. And that is a point to the Warriors.
Putting up 10. I don't know. This game could get close.
It is right now, but you know,
as the Warriors start to creep up on the points. Hilo got to really keep their eyes set on winning this.
Wasman to Kealoha. A nice hard hit, but that's a point to the Warriors. We have Lau Nu serving over to the Viking side. A nice save by Tandal, set by Wasman, over to Kealoha. A nice hard hit by Kealoha, and that is another point to the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors really slowly but surely making their way back up on the point
As
board.
we see though, the Warriors are getting these few points
because of Hilo's out of bounds. Yeah.
We have Lau Nu over to Kealoha, set by Wasman, hit by Kealoha. And that's a nice roll over to the net on the other side.
Hilo really moving fast with their plays, getting that ball over and going to back up, setting it up. It's really impressive how fast they can move and how fast they're working with each other.
I can just imagine the running at practice.
Mm-hmm. Now we have Alameda coming in.
We have Tandal at the service line for the Vikings. Set over, Lau Nu. Hanma, Wasman to Tandal, hit by Faris. That's a little too high over.
That'll be another out of bounds on Hilo, giving another point to the Warriors.
I think if they were to fix that mistake,
Because Hilo right now just gotta focus on their accuracy.
Yes, and we have Bios at the service line. Over to Robello, set by Wasman, hit by Kealoha. A nice hard hit, but a nice save by Bios. Wasman with the save. Tandal to Kealoha. Another hit. Kuomo'o to Bios.
And that is out once more on the Vikings. Warriors creeping back up on that point board. I'll say Vikings really gotta pay attention to these, to where they're aiming and their accuracy.
We have Bios at the service line, setting over to Robello. Wasman with a nice hit by Alameda. A nice soft hit by Alameda. That's a point to the Vikings. Now we have
nice cheers from the sideline from the JV Hilo girls.
Now we have Santos once again at the service line. She serves it over to the Warriors side. Dig by Bios. Avai back over to the Vikings. Nice save by Wasman. Over by Alameda. Set by Kuomo'o. Over to Hanma. A nice save by Tandal. Avai with the save again. Tandal over.
Vikings really keeping that ball up.
Kuomo'o to Hanma. A nice save by Tandal. Santos to Kealoha. A nice hard hit by Kealoha.
And that will put up 19 for the Vikings. Lots of cheers around the gym. Let's look back at that.
Looking back at replay. Oh, a little minor inconvenience.
Kind of frozen, but it's okay. More mopping on the court.
We have Santos serving over to the Warriors once again. Serves it over. Dig by Bios. Set over by to Hanma. Wasman. Hit by Kealoha. Nice save by Lau Nu. That's a point to the Vikings. A nice rally there.
Yep, that'll be out on the Warriors. Very exciting game. A lot of energy behind us in the bleachers. A little bit more mopping on the court on the Warrior side.
Bios, Kuomo'o. Hit by overall Bios. Nice save by Santos. Set by Wasman. A little bit too... Oh, another save. A little bit miscommunication there.
A nice save attempt by the Vikings.
Okay. We have over to the Viking. Short. A little short by Greece.
Putting up 21 for the Vikings. Warriors at a 6-point deficit.
We have Kealoha at the service line. She serves it over. Launu to Kumo'o to Hanma. A nice save by Tandal. Santos.
Vikings keeping it up.
Tandal
Gotta
sets
make
it
it
over. Launu. Hanma. A little miscommunication there between Wasman and Tandal.
A slip on the court. I have to wipe it down a little bit.
We can see the hustle between the two teams. We have Kumo serving it over to the Viking side. Kealoha to Santos to Wasman. A nice hit by Wasman. Take by Hanma. Over to Hanma once again. A nice hit over to the Viking side by Hanma.
Warriors really trying to keep up that point.
We have timeout Vikings.
Crazy game so far. Fourth set. How are you feeling, Kanal?
It's a good game. Like as of right now,
Yeah.
look, 21-17.
Yeah, the way that the Warriors have been trying to keep up, trying to make all those points back.
And
But-
they're making it happen.